I'm very happy that everyone had made it here to this event. It is really wonderful. So please, I'm seeing some participants here. Just say hi and tell us your name and where you're joining from. So mine is Queenette and I'm joining from Abuja. So please, let's do it that way, everyone. Come on, everyone, energy. So tell us your name and where you're joining from. So while we do that, we're about to start fully. Well, let's get to know ourselves. Where are you joining from? I'm Queenette joining from Abuja. Okay, for those of you who are writing, or please, where you're typing is the Q&A. Just type it there. You are Queenette. I can see Amara Echerubia. I'm guessing that's Favor. Very wonderful Miss Favor. Yes, I'm seeing Mr. Tunde Allen from US. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's quite early in US and I'm super happy you're here. We have Blessing Eziago. Blessing Eziago is here from Abuja, I'm guessing so. We have Oduna Yoani. We can hear you now. Oh yes, I'm so happy you can hear me now. So thank you all for joining us. Also, let's keep the chat going, please. Let's keep the chat going. We have Stella Abe. I'm Stella Abe joining from Port Harcourt. Oh, all the way from Port Harcourt, Stella. I'm also from Port Harcourt. Guess what? My Port Harcourt people are not snoozing because if you snooze, you lose. Thank you very much for joining us, Stella Abe. That's wonderful. Oh, Kenny, Miss Kenny from Lagos. Welcome, Kenny. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so, so much. We have Naomi from Port Harcourt. That's it. That's the energy, guys. I love this energy. Let's keep doing this. Naomi from Port Harcourt. I should go back and see my people, though. There are so many of them representing. We have Shehu from Omole. Shehu, I think you need to rename. That's your name, please. It's showing as Tunde Allen. So can you try correcting that? We have Ajuboye Tonye. Oh, hi, I'm Tonye from Dubai. Hello, Tonye. Hi, nice meeting you. I think we should even talk after this particular program. I want to visit Dubai soon. So that's nice. That's the spirit. Oh, aside Tonye, we have Isaac from Abuja. Nice. We should do some little hangouts. I think I know Isaac. Hello, Isaac. Thank you. Oh, I just saw my wonderful clients. Oh, I leave and join back. Okay, can you tell us where you're chatting from? Tell us where you're reaching out from. I can see my client, but I won't call his name until you tell us his name and where he's joining from. My wonderful clients. We have Ubong Joseph. Oh, hello, Mr. Joseph, joining from UK. Thank you so, so much for making it out of your time to join us here. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. We have Real One at DMG. Oh, thank you very much from UK. Oh, our UK people are really represented. Thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. We have Williams from UK. Mr. Williams, we should also do some meet and greet. We have Fear God from Bruno. I am going to, in fact, I'm making sure that I'll call everybody's name. I can see the list is increasing. Let's get to know ourselves. That's wonderful. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Fear God. Oh, wow. I'm even scared. Fear God Bruno from Akwa Ibom. That's nice. Akwa Ibom. That's a very nice place. I've visited once, I think once or twice. Emmanuel from, I really cannot pronounce this, but thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. We love and appreciate you. Yes, so finally, my client has spoken. Ogene Swebe. I hope I pronounced it very well, from UK. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you. Mr. Peter Eleshi. Wow, I'm superb. I'm surprised. Wow, that's nice. Thank you, Mr. Peter. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Peter. So let's do this, guys. Few more minutes left. Let's welcome ourselves. Meanwhile, for those of you who are here, what are we doing today? This is a Gtextland investors meeting. Why are we here? So basically, we love you as clients, and we know that the reason why we're who we are today as a company, as a name, and as a brand is because you have been committed with us, and we have been committed. You've been loyal to the brand, and we can't help but just appreciate you and say thank you for the constant push, the constant welcoming, the constant support, and the belief in our company. And so for that, we're really happy. This meeting promises to be the best of the best. We want to make sure everyone would get the current update of what we've been doing so far, our vision in general, and how far we've come to put this in place. And yes, that's it. So yes, come on, everyone, energy. Let's see that. Let's see those names and the location. Let's see. Okay, I'm seeing some people say the chat is disabled. Yes, it's the Q&A. You are to type your response via the Q&A. So where you just type this, the chat is disabled, that's where you introduce yourself. So you can tell us your name and where you're joining us from. So I started with myself, and I said I'm Queenette, and I'm joining you from Abuja, all the way from Abuja. Yes. So the chat is not disabled. You only need to chat on the Q&A. Yes, so that is where you type your response. So we have Mr. Adebayo Oluwaseun. Mr. Adebayo from Omole, thank you so much for making it here today. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We have Chris from Lagos, Christopher Ogundimo. I don't know if I pronounced your name very well, but your name is wonderful. Mr. Christopher, thank you very much for joining us all the way from Lagos. I'm seeing a name. I don't know, maybe it's the network. It's a different name and it's a different write-up. So Jessica Martins from Abeokuta. I know that name. Wow. Miss Jessica Martins, welcome. Thank you so much. All the way from Abeokuta and all the way from Abuja. I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for joining us today. We have Joseph Tehili. I guess I got that right. Thank you very much, Mr. Joe, for joining us. You said from USA. Wonderful. We have US, UK, Port Harcourt. I'm not seeing Canada here. Where are my Canada clients? Please, my Canadian clients, come and give us your welcome. We're waiting for you. Everybody, it's from all over the world. My name is, okay, Victoria from Ibadan. Wow, so we have Ibadan here also. Thank you so much, Victoria. My name is Omo Jesu Alfred from Port Harcourt. I hope I pronounced it very well. Welcome. Let's keep those introductions going on. Let's keep it so we can get to know ourselves and who we are. Oh, finally, I'm Catherine. I know this name. My CEO knows this name. Miss Catherine Nabuife Godwin from UK. Thank you so much, ma. We super appreciate you for making it here. Thank you so much. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's keep it going. We're doing this. That's the spirit. We have Yetunde Agbola. That is, my name is Abby from Lagos. Oh, thank you so much, Abby from Lagos. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm seeing Emmanuel from Singapore. All right, Mr. Emmanuel, I think you wrote this before, but I wasn't sure what it was, but I can see clearly now. So Mr. Emmanuel from Singapore, thank you so much for making it. Wow, all the way from Singapore. That's quite great. That's great, actually. So let's get it. Someone said hi. Okay, hi. So my name is Queen. And now, can I get your name, please? Tell me your name and where you're joining from. So we're starting in 2 minutes. So tell me your name, please. Tell me your name, okay? Your name and where you're coming from. I'm seeing Mata from Lagos. Hello, Mata. Hello, Mata from Lagos. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us, okay? That's great. That's superb. Okay, so let's make our final introduction. Thank you very much for those of you who are just joining. My name again is Queenette Uchendu, and as much as I'm proud to say, I'll be your host for today, and welcome again to the Gtextland investment meeting for our prospective clients, our existing clients. We're about to start, just like I said. We have Mata from Lagos. Yes, I already announced that. Thank you so much for joining. I have Henry Matthew from Abuja. Thank you so much for joining. We have Mr. Ibrahim. I'm so sorry I didn't call your other name. I can't pronounce it. From Doha, Qatar. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Odunayo Annie from Lagos. Thank you, Annie. We love and appreciate you. I have my name is Gabriel from Abuja. I'm representing my client, Zofia. Oh, in the UK. Thank you, Gabriel, for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. We have Mr. My name is Chidi Chime. I'm joining from Cyprus. Welcome, Mr. Chidi. Thank you so much. We have Victoria from Ibadan. Yes. My name is Omojesu Alfred from Port Harcourt. Yes. Mr. Peter from Indonesia. Wow, all the way from Indonesia. Thank you so much. My name is, I'm seeing anonymous attendee, but I'm having Mata Irumelu. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Mr. John, thank you so much for joining. Someone said he can't hear me again. I'm so sorry for that. So there was a pause and a break in transmission, but thank you so much, Mr. Christopher. So we're about starting. Mr. Paul Ayokunle from Liverpool, thank you for making it here. We really appreciate. Mr. Suleiman Dauda, I think so. Yes, from Castina. Thank you so much, Mr. Suleiman. So yes, we are about to start. Yes, we're about to do that. All right, so we have our CEO in the building. Our CEO is no other person than Miss Mata Ontachi. I am so glad she's finally made it to this meeting. So before I bring her up, first of all, and once again, let me remind you all, this is the Gtextland Investors meeting, and the reason for this meeting is no other because we want our clients to have that understanding. We want you to have that feeling of love, oneness. This meeting is for you. We want you to understand that we love you and we see you in our vision, and we keep putting and pushing to make it happen. So the idea is today we're going to answer all of your questions. We are going to show you the progress work of what we've been doing. We're going to share our vision, our mission, what we are doing for you, the client. So thank you everyone for joining once again. So no other than the CEO of Gtextland, Ms. Mata Onsachi. Thank you so much, Ma, for making it today.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. Queeneth. Thank you for that awesome introduction. I'm grateful. Thank you. And first of all, I want to welcome each and everyone that have made it here today. I want to welcome especially our clients, our VVIP clients that are here today. I want to welcome you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for honoring this invitation. And this meeting promises to be a great one. We're going to be sharing more light, giving you updates. We're going to be giving you updates on what has been happening, what we are up to, the achievements so far, and everything. I want to say a big thank you to our chairman, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, who has given me the opportunity to call for this meeting today. And he will also be joining us. And without further ado, I want to quickly talk about our Gtextland. You all know Gtext Homes. You guys are all familiar with Gtext Homes. But today, I want to introduce our Gtextland, the newest baby. Gtextland is a subsidiary of Gtext Holdings, right? So Gtextland is in charge of lands. We are in charge of landed properties. We offer you affordable luxury service plots. And today I'll be sharing our vision. There is no Gtextland without vision, mission, and our core values, right? So I'll be sharing that with you today before we proceed further. Okay, so about Gtextland, and our core value is, customer experience, accountability, innovation, and professionalism. I want to emphasize more on the accountability because we owe you all some level of explanations, some level of information as at how far your investment has gone, what we have done with your investment, your landed properties, the progress that we have made so far. We owe you all this explanation, and that is why we call for this meeting today. And our vision is to be the largest developer of green and smart estates across Africa by 2035, right? Our vision is to be the largest developer of green and smart estates across Africa, not just the largest developer of green and smart estates. Affordable, we offer you affordable luxury service plots across Africa by 2035. And our mission is to have 5,000 affordable luxury service plots across all the 36 states in Nigeria by 2035, and also Africa inclusive, right? So we are here to offer you these luxury service plots. And we all know that luxury does not come cheap. So, but here at Gtextland, we are here to make it more affordable for the middle class, the high class, and even the lower class. And that is why we are having this meeting today, to show you our progress, what we intend doing, what we have done so far, what we have spent, and all of that. So without much delay, I'll be going into I'll be emphasizing on some of the things we have done. Then I'll also call my team that are currently on site to share with us the progress work, because right now, as we are speaking, we have men on site that are still working just to give you guys what we have promised, right? So I want to talk about our luxury service plots. Our luxury service plot, like I said earlier, it doesn't come cheap. Although it's affordable, right? But it does not come in cheap. We have estates in Nigeria. We have about 5 different locations in Lagos. We have 3 in Abuja, including the recent estate we just launched here in Guzape. We have 3, and then we have others in Ibadan, Ogun State, and Port Harcourt as well. And Asaba is not left out. So we are hitting the whole 36 states. And what are we bringing? Luxury service plots. And when we talk about luxury service plots, it comes with some amenities, not just some amenities. It comes with amenities that would help your plot develop, that will help your plot increase in value. When we talk about amenities, we are talking about access road. We interlock the estate from the entrance, from the express down to the estate. We make sure that the estate is well interlocked. We give you proper drainage. And that is the reason why we charge for developmental fee, because it is a service plot. And all these things are inclusive. We spend huge amount of money to put all these things in process, to make sure that we offer you something we call luxury that is affordable. You will not buy into our estate and at the end of the day, once you buy a plot and that is it. No, Gtextland is here to offer you that service. When you buy a plot from us, after your payment is being done, we now take care of your property for you. We are now the one to come in. We take care of your property for you. We make sure that everything is inclusive of the drainage. We put in drainage, access road to your plot. Whenever you want to build, you can come in and build. And if you want to sell, you can conveniently come into the estate with your clients. You can resell. Or if you want to build, if you want to buy and build, we can guide you. We can guide you on how to go about it. And even if you want to build and rent it out, we can also guide you on how to go about it. And we are not just there to sell the land. We are strategic, right? We pick the locations that we know that at the end of the day, it will attract the right set of people to pay for the houses you are putting, to even buy or pay for the plot, the exact amount you want to sell it. Because we understand that landed property increase in value almost on a daily basis, right? You might not be able to cash out immediately, but it is a long-term investment, especially for those doing land banking. So if you are doing land banking and you buy land from Gtextland, we help you make sure that your property is intact. It's intact. We help you to make sure that at the end of the day, even after 10 years or 20 years, you are willing to now resell or to build, the value of the property must have really, really increased based on the infrastructures that we put in place in that estate, in that location. So I will be calling on our staffs who are currently on site to show us the work updates. But before then, I have some things I really need to address. We charge for developmental fee. So we are really going to talk about what we do with this money, and we show you all updates, what is going on site. Because I want to talk about Jasper as a case study, and you will all see what we have done in Jasper. Jasper alone, what we have spent for to interlock the access road, right? To interlock the access road alone, that access road cost us about 50 million naira to construct, over 50 million naira to construct just the access road from the express down to the estate, right? And it is an estate that you can conveniently drive into. And all these things we have been putting in place, it is something that we are also going to spread across all our estates. If we interlock from the express down to the estate in Jasper, we are assuring you today that the same thing is going to happen to our other estates, even the ones in Lagos, the ones outside Lagos. That is what we have. It is the same pattern. It is the same pattern. And this access road alone cost us over, we spent about 7,300 square meters to construct this access road. And this 7,300 square meter is inclusive of the estates. So I'm going somewhere with my explanation, because at some point we have to make sure that the standard plot that is buildable for our investors is 400 square meters. Why? Because we need to, we have to construct the access road, one, and then inside the estate, we also construct an internal road that leads to your plots. So you cannot be entering your plot, entering your estate, you want to access your plot, and you'll be entering inside bush. That is why we have put this system in place. We give you service plots. So this service plot comes with internal road, a centralized sewage system, centralized drainage, proper drainage, that even if there is flood, it has nothing to do with your property. Take a look at the flood issues that happened in Lugbe. Our estate in Lugbe was, we have an estate in Lugbe, and there was a flood issue. And before you know it, people start calling, oh, we heard that there's a flood around Lugbe. But we were not part of that kind of situation. Why? Because we have done our own part by putting up a proper drainage system, that even when these kind of things occur, it will not affect us, right? And all these things cost us a lot of money to put in place. It cost us a lot of money to put in place. So that is why we have the buildable areas for our clients, 400 square meters, because by the time we construct the access road, which is even taking us over 7,300 square meters to construct, we are also still going to construct the internal road, right? The internal road alone inside the estate cost us about 12,573 square meters. And all these things are still factored inside the estate. It is not like, oh, we bought another separate land to use for all those things. It is still inside the estate, right? It is inside the estate. So for you to understand that what we are doing here, it is a calculated system to enable us to put the right infrastructures in place. We do all these things so that our clients will understand that what we are giving them is indeed a standard. We are giving them, a value that is standard. We are giving them an estate that has standard, that has system, that whatever happens, nothing will affect the landed property, and nothing will affect our estates. So for those of you that want to build, or you want to bring in your contractors to come and build, we have our team readily available to advise you, to show you what to do, right? to advise you and also to put you through. Even if you want to use our team to do your building, it's fine by us. But I'm here today to explain to you that what we are giving you guys is nothing but top-notch luxury. It's a luxury service plot that is affordable, and we are trying our best to make sure that our customers are happy. We are trying our best to make sure that our customers get what they deserve at the end of the day, because it is always good for you to get value for your money, right? So we try as much as possible to make sure that everything is intact. We have security. So most of our clients are in diaspora. Once you pay for your property, you are not here to take care of it. Neither will you send your family members to come and watch over your landed property. It is still us, the company, that will fix in a security to watch over this property. If it is bushy, we will still be the one to clear it, right? We will still be the one to clear it. All these things are being factored, are being put into place to make sure that we charge. Even if you look at what we are putting inside the estate, the amount we are charging is really not even covering up for what we are spending. We have some estate that is waterlogged. So some feel, I mean, a plot alone, the last time we checked, the last time we put these things in place, we were hearing that, okay, it's going to cost us 6 million naira to Sanfill a plot. That is, a plot is 400 square meter. So Sanfill such plot, it cost us 6 million naira. And we have a lot of clients who have more than 2,400 square meters, which is 6 plots inside such estates. And I'm not even talking about the access road that we need to put in place, the drainage that we need to put in place. We are still going to Sanfill before we can, cut out all of those places. So if you look at it very well, you will see that what we are offering you, it is luxury that is affordable. We are not charging you much for all of those things. Rather, we are even short selling ourselves to make you happy. So I know some clients might come up due to some challenges to ask for refund. You also know that we don't collect money from clients and keep in the bank. It is still this money we use to develop this estate. And that is why sometimes if a client come in to say, oh, I have some challenges, I don't think I can continue again, we tell them to give us time, because it takes a lot of process to be able to come up with these things and make sure you have them, right? So I would not talk too much. I will invite our guys who are on site, especially our guys in Jasper, to come up and share with us, or even if Abuja team are ready, I will call on the Abuja team to share with us the site updates, what is happening in Jasper, how far we have gone, to show us the showroom and the wonderful automated gatehouse and the drainage that we have put in place. So I will call on the Abuja team to share with us if they are ready.
Okay, so while we wait for the Abuja team to join us, I'd just like to emphasize on one or two things. So here at Gtextland, aside the fact that we sell service luxury plots, we are actually focused on our clients. So the Abuja team will be showing us some of the progress work on site, and will be telling us the majority of these things we're seeing here. When we see that we spend more to get the access road ready, we spend more to even make the roads better, we spend more on the services and the infrastructures that we will be putting in all of these estates. We just need people to understand, because when you get to some of these estates, just like the CEO had earlier mentioned, issues of flooding. Flood is something that everyone is running away from. If we can all remember that there was a time it was all rainy and Banana Island was not affected when it comes to the flood. Why is that? It's not because there's anything too special about that place. It is just because of the structures. It is because of the fact that the proper structures was put in place for all of that. So they thought about the future, not just the now. And the now is sell a property for now and relax. That is not what we do here at Gtext Homes. we try to give you only the best. Sell those properties, get you comfortable in them, and that's it. Futuristic goals. It is not just the now, just like I said. So are people there? The host, please, can you get Mr. Isaac on the line? Yes, can you get him so he can give us some of those updates? Let's know what's going on in Jasper. Let even our clients see some of these things and they know that truly this is what we use this property for. A lot of times clients will tell you, I want to build now, it has to be now. There are certain reasons why we restrict some of this. We would let you build when we are putting those structures, and that's what we work for day and night. We try to put up those things. Imagine you building when there's no proper fencing. Now, if you see what's going on in Jasper, you know that yes, you as a client, you are ready to do something. So for the host, his name is Isaac Ekunke. So just try to get him there. Isaac Ekunke. Try to get him up. So just like I was saying, it's not just about selling those properties. We take our time to plan. In fact, for every estate, any estate that you see, they just sell property and you start building. That means they are not ready. They have not fixed in all of those things. We have to put a proper structure like the drainage. Where would you build if the drainage is not there? Where would you put your property if there's no proper drainage? The sewage system. How can you even build when we have not even fixed in our centralized sewage system? So what I'm trying to say is there are stages for every company. Yeah. We don't rush things. We have different phases. When we get to that phase, we push you up and you do all that. So first is always the selling stage. Perfect documentation, sell you your property, reallocate your plots, and we start doing other things. So we need some of our clients to understand that everything has to be arranged. You don't just sell and give it to you. So Mr. Isaac is here. Mr. Isaac Ekunke, thank you so much for joining us. So tell us where you're joining us from and which of the estates you're about to show us, and then we can take it up from there.
Good afternoon. I'm here at Jasper Hillview, Abuja. Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you. Please go ahead. Show us
Okay,
the latest updates and yeah, what you've done so far.
I'll be showing you. Okay, first of all, let me turn my camera. Okay. And this is the perimeter fencing. The perimeter fencing to my left and to my right. You can see even the landscaping is ongoing. The landscaping is ongoing. And this is the security and this access point. Please come inside. So this is the gate, the automated gate. This is the automated gate. This is with the remote. You press open, open. You don't need a security man to for access control. We also have a security house for the access control to help for access control. This is the inside view of the perimeter fencing. The inside view of the perimeter fencing. And over here we have the biodigester. The biodigester. This is the biodigester. This is where the dark water goes in. Very small construction. Let me take you into the shop. Sorry, we change also to make it more automated. You can use your PIN to access the door. This is the showroom. You can see that work is ongoing. This is the basic board picture of the DSA. This is one of our offices for the showroom. One of the offices for the showroom. I'm going to take it to the work. Screening is ongoing. Screening is ongoing and everything. So this is the workstation. This is the workstation. This is the workstation and also two offices. One of the offices in one of the offices. And these are solar lights, big solar lights. Because of the work going on the fence, we have to remove them so that we can be done with the painting and the screening of the fence before it will be fixed. And the doors also. The doors also. So this is the work so far, and this is another office. This is another office. This is another office for Gtext or Abuja. So I believe for now that will be all, because work is still going on. Behind is the retaining wall, coming back to the retaining wall to achieve the retaining wall to help the flood and everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Isaac. Thank you for that update. So this will also back up what I explained earlier. So for my clients, my smart investors who are joining us today, you can all see that we are not just, selling an empty land. You can see the gatehouse. You can all see the perimeter fencing in Abuja. So those are the things we are putting in place so that when you buy a land, imagine you buying into this estate and then you come with your clients to come and resell. Nobody will not pay you, 50 million naira for an estate such as this, because why? There are some certain infrastructures in place and that place is developed already. We have houses around, people are already living there, right? So those are the things we are putting in place, the drainage system, proper drainage system, the infrastructure, perimeter fencing, and all of that. Just like I said earlier, it takes us, it cost us 7,300 square meters just to construct access road alone. Just to construct the access road, it takes us 7,700 square meter. And these are part of the square meter that was sold to us as a company, right? So all these things are what we are putting in place. And what you are seeing there in Jasper, Ligbe, Abuja is still obtainable. That is what we are giving to you in all our estates across Nigeria, even in Africa, across Africa as a whole. Right? All these things are the things we are putting in place. We are still going to call on our team in Lagos to also show us what we have done so far in Lagos. Is Mr. Shola, are you ready? Mr. Shola, are you ready? Okay, so while we are waiting for the Lagos team, so I would call on Queenette, who is the host, the general manager, to take over and invite our chairman on board. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you, Isaac, for that wonderful show. I think I enjoyed it. Jasper has really changed. It's unlike what I saw it 2 years ago when we were selling. It was just all bushy, like there was nothing in that particular estate. I remember some of our clients, they had this idea of what's it called? When will you start developing? When would this happen? When will that happen? Now, majority of those clients are the one calling and saying, "Oh, thank you very much for making sure I get into that property." Now, can you see something? When we got Jasper 2 to 3 years ago, there was nobody in that vicinity. There was basically no one in that vicinity. But guess what? Everyone down from the express down to the estates, people are already in those estates. People are already in those estates. That's the goal we're talking about in Gtextland. So what do? We get properties that we know has prospect. We get properties that we are sure you get your returns of investment. We get properties that there is no way in this life or in the history of Nigeria that you would not make profit from it. So we see the future. Remember, it's not just about the now, it's about what the future can give. And that's what we're pushing for people who keyed into that estate. And that's the same thing we're eventually going to see in Jasper, Lagos. We're replicating it in Jasper, Abuja. We're going to replicate the same in Lagos. And you are going to see it. And everything is a stage, it's a process. It's just like building a house. You know you have to start with the foundation, right? Because if the foundation is not strong, that house will not stand. So that is how it is. You cannot put up the block work without a proper foundation, right? You cannot even put up the roofing without a proper foundation. So everything is in stages. And just to wrap it up, before we have Dr. Stephen come up, ask your questions, please. The Q&A is for you, our clients, our prospects. We want you to start asking your questions. Do you have questions you like to ask? Do you have discrepancies, things that you would like to confirm from what we have showed you, from what you have? We're here for you. That's what this meeting is all about, to hear your concerns, to hear your grievances, to answer your questions. You have inquiries, whatever you want to call it. Today, we are here for you. So we're going to have Dr. Stephen Akintayo, our chairman for Gtext Holdings. And as you know, Gtextland is one of its subsidiaries. So Gtext Holdings is our mother company, and Dr. Stephen is the one and only chairman for Gtext Holdings, and he will be taking us on the next section. So let's all wave our hands, shake our bodies, and put comments and say, sir, we're waiting. Let's welcome the one and only Dr. Stephen Akintayo, who's taking us on the next section. Yes, I can see people saying welcome, sir. Please, energy. That's the energy he needs right now. Yes, that's it. So, yeah, so while we wait for Dr. Stephen, let's see that. Let's hear you say the welcome, sir. That's it, yes. I can see from Molabisi, I can see from Miss Bukola. That's it, that's the spirit, that's it. Wow, that's the energy. So we really have a lot of persons here. Thank you, Dr. Stephen.
Hey, hello guys, how are you doing today? I hope you can see me very well. Let me see which one is brighter. Can you guys, is it better this way? Which one is better? My room is a bit weird. Yes, but can you see me? And
We
I'm
can
a dark,
see that, but it's a
also
bit dark.
dark also. So we have two challenges here. You have somebody who is dark, and then you have a room that doesn't have enough light. So let's see. I just want to be sure you all can see my face better, because Yoruba says Ojulor Owa. I want to thank Ms. Martha and Queenette for a good job they've been doing so far. Been able to share with you some updates about the Gtextland, which they had, and Martha is our CEO, newly promoted, and Queenette is the general manager for Gtextland, and they've been doing a fantastic job. I think this meeting is very important, and I'm sure they probably will be doing it every month to have conversations with investors and answer questions and be able to make sure that we interact properly together. Thank you so much. Mr. Joseph Ubong is one of our clients that abandoned us in Nigeria, relocated to London. And I didn't see his green light until recently. We used to hustle together in Nigeria. In fact, he was one of those clients that we used to even go to when launching new estates and go and be begging on Monile. And, you know, he knew our beginning days, and one of those amazing investors. You know, some people don't want to invest when you're still small. Like, you know, something they call C finish. There are some people that because of C finish, he was one of those who didn't look at us based on C finish and invested. And I'm happy that, you know, he kept faith, because I think he bought Beryl Estate in Bejuleki when it was 1.5 million. Okay, yes, I think when it was 1.5 million he bought. Today now, the value of that same Beryl Estate is 30 million, right, in value today. So you can see a smart investor right there. I want to once again thank all of you who have decided to invest with us all these years. It's not easy to do business in Africa and to trust Nigerians with your money and do land business. It's a tough one. But I also thank God that we've done our best also not to disappoint most of you, and we've done our best to keep faith. Like you can see what was shown you, our Jasper Estate in Lugbe, Abuja. Now, here's the challenge sometimes that people don't know goes into, if you want to do estate business the way it should be done. So sometimes people say to me, Dr. Stephen, how come your own company estates, your land appreciate in value more than some other developers? Okay, no be juju be that, like the jokes that they normally say. What exactly do you do that has made your landed property to appreciate more? And the answer is very simple. We don't leave land the way we bought them. When we buy a land, instead of just selling the land, for example, what most estates do, when you buy a land, they do a corner piece for you, okay? They do not highlight the internal road for that estate. Nothing is done like that. They do not align where will the sports center be, the clinic in the estate be, nothing. They do not go ahead to fence the estate round, nothing. So you wonder why 10 years later, the value of the estate hasn't grown much. It's just the way it used to be. Now, for those who then decide to say, oh, we want to do a serviced estate, okay? Now, what usually happens is that sometimes you end up spending more money to fence the estate, to put internal road in the estate, and you lose more land because now, because you've decided to do internal road within the estate and put a proper structure, what happens at the end of the day is that 20% of your land has gone on road, has gone on infrastructure that you are trying to put in the estate so that it can look decent. This is the reason why we don't sell 600 square meter. Instead, we sell 400 square meter, because a good portion of the land had to be used for doing road. And these are why the property appreciates in value. How many of you have been to estates in Nigeria where the roads are not equal? They are not even. This place is smaller, this place is bigger, and then during the rain, the place is marshy, and you cannot even go to, and you see big houses, but the road leading to the place is terrible. If you have had this experience, just type, I've seen it, I've seen it. Come on, talk to me. Now, people who build estates like that, at the beginning, you have investors thanking the developer. Ah, thank you. I bought the estate cheap. It was cheap. Thank you. But what often happens at the end of the day is what happened in Lugbe, where, you know, what happened in Lugbe was not because Lugbe was supposed to be flood prone. No, it was because most of the people in that entire estate did not have drainage. They did not have, and people died. People lost their property. So why are we often penny wise, pound foolish? Okay, why? You've already put in, I'm just giving an example, 5 million. Let's even say you bought the estate for 5 million. You've put in 5 million, right, on buying a land, 5 million. Now, what you don't know, so let's now say the estate says you need to pay another 5 million for infrastructure. You say, no, me, I can't pay that. How come? the infrastructure money is even higher than the cost of the land. Do you know the reason why? Cost of land in some places is cheap, but cost of building is the same everywhere. Cement is the same price, iron is the same price, and the prices keep going up due to dollar-naira crisis. So I remember some of our estate when we started, cement was still going for 900 naira. As at the last time I checked, I think cement is about 10,000 or how much? Almost 10,000. So imagine when a client is saying, but that time you people told me development levy was 1 million. Why are you asking me to pay 4.5? Well, the cost of cement has gone up as well, which is why it was better to have paid all those bills on time as at that time when it happened. Pay your bills and move on. Is one of those smartest things to do and as an investor, so that the company also had access to that liquidity and can do the work they need to do on time before the value goes up. So these are realities that we face. Now, almost all of Lugbe was flooded. Jasper Estate in Abuja wasn't flooded. You know why? We have proper structure. You could see the drainage even in that picture they showed you. So the flood won't get to us because there's where the water can pass. And we made proper provision for that. That is the kind of estate we built. We build service plots, properly functional estates, not just what anybody else is doing. And this is also the reason why the value of our estate keeps going up. Some of our estates as well, we do the internal road leading, not our own, only the entire road for the entire community. In Jasper, Lagos, we did over 400 meters road, right? In Jasper, Abuja, we're doing about 600 plus, almost 700. We interlock the entire road from the express down to where our estate is starting from. So other neighbors can also benefit from that. So these are the things that Gtext does, and we thank God for the wisdom, we thank God for the patience, we thank God for the decision to build the right estates, and we don't have an apology that we're doing that. I want to continue to do that because we feel that is what can enhance the value of the estates we're building. We feel that in future, that is what gives us the edge. I will share this story with you before I proceed. Banana Island, many, many years ago, most people don't know this story, was a land that was just sand-filled. And in fact, those who live in Ikoyi used to go to Banana Island to test how to drive. Nobody was living there. They fenced the land, and what did they do? They fenced the land, and they then fenced it around and left it. Nobody was there. Years later, it was as if there was a magic. Boom, 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 boom. People started buying. In fact, when they fenced the land, because they did infrastructure, fenced it, right, they started asking people to buy. One of my neighbors in Banana Island shared with me, Mama, she said she bought her own land, 1,000 square meters in Banana Island for 7 million naira years ago. Can everybody type 7 million naira? 7 million naira. Today, the land she has cannot even be sold for $7 million. $7 million, you won't even buy, nobody will buy it from that same land. But at the beginning, you would have felt, are you sure this banana land thing will work? Are you sure they are not just making the whole thing look sweet? Are you sure? And you can go on and go on and go on. It's your choice. But those who kept faith with the developers of Banana Island, okay, are forever grateful that they made those decisions. Some of them are military generals, because most people don't know that Banana Island started during the military era. It was a joint partnership with a private developer, Lagos State government, and the federal government. Right, so a lot of military people bought into Banana Island because it was a military government. Some of them even got to be able to buy cheap, as their own retirement package and things like that. But the story has changed. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's important to emphasize that this business we're doing, okay, comes with a lot of cost implication. I don't know whether in the video they show you about Abuja. Do you know that there are 2 security men that work in that place? Right? I can't remember, but the last time I remember approving the salary, it was about 50,000 per month for each of them. I think they must have increased it by now. So that's 100,000 people of God that constantly is paid as salary alone to 2 security men to make sure nobody comes and grab the land you bought. Where do we write that account? So I laugh sometimes when I see people argue over, oh, we can't pay development fee. Oh, we can't pay document fee. Oh, and I'm saying, I know of an estate by a very credible person, and the person didn't even swindle them, who was telling me, it's even a pastor, that before you know it, some of his clients were dragging him because one of them went to his land and discovered somebody else has built on the land that he bought from. And he told the man that, what's my business? I've given you the document. I gave you the survey. I gave you the title document. So if they took your land, if somebody encroached your land, why is that my business? You know, and that he had to tell the person there's nothing he can do. You should go and be fighting the man who encroached on his land. Oh, Isaac just corrected me. That's true. We have another Fulani man that is being paid as well, right? Because a local person that has been there that knows the history of that place. So 3 security men that are being paid, right? Every month. So this particular person was telling that he told the client that somebody else went to take up your, okay, he said there's a policeman too that are there. That somebody else went to take up your land. That's not my business, because in reality, I have sold the land to you and I've given you your document. Now, if such a person was to have been with Gtext, with such instruction to say, you need to pay X amount, the person would have been saying, oh, no, I don't, I don't want that. And I tell people, the part I don't like is when we're sounding like we're being greedy about our decision to be investors. You can't afford to be greedy. If you bought a land for, let's say, 8 million, the value of the land, if you're to sell it today, is already 30 million, right? And they tell you to now pay 5 million for development fee, and you say you won't pay. That's just unfair, because it wasn't magic that the value of the land went up. Okay? It was because investments were made to make that value to go up. Another part that I want to emphasize critically that is unique about Gtext and the estates that we build and that has helped the value to keep going up is also the fact that we are very, very dutiful with investors' money. So I've heard of stories of people buy estates and they were not allocated. The land does not exist. How many of you have heard such story? And they will be like, not that the land doesn't exist, they oversubscribe. So let's assume maybe they had 100 plots in the place. They eventually sold to 5,000 people. I don't know if you have heard such story. So at the end of the day, they didn't even have land to allocate to people who eventually finished selling. I mean, it's finished payment. Now, Gtext doesn't do that. So, and that's one of the advantages you're getting with us, where we only sell to the tune of land that is available per time. And we've never had a case of people finish paying for land and they couldn't get land because we oversubscribe. We don't run those kind of scheme. Hence, when people come and say, I want a refund, right? We did not keep your money in the bank. The money had to be used, to develop the place. Either we're using it to complete payment for the land, or we have used it to build fence, or we have used it to develop, or also to pay staff salary. People work in Gtext, right? If they are not paid, you'll have known on social media by now. You know the country we live in. Okay? Oh, our boss doesn't pay, right? They've been owing us 1 month, 1 year, 2 years. So There are bills that goes on day to day. So I laugh sometimes when people say, I want my money back. They didn't give me my money back, as though the money was kept and we're just waiting for you to come back and ask for the money and we'll give it to you. Those who do that are those who probably are running those kind of scheme where they oversubscribe. And so that they cannot but wait, right, for you to come back and collect your money. It's even prayer answered. So what we do, and it is important to know this about policies when we sell property. If you say you want refund, we have to wait to get another buyer for that particular land. We have said you give us a 90 days, but that 90 days has expired does not guarantee we've gotten a buyer in 90 days. You yourself, you can decide to sell the land yourself. If you come to us and say, hey, Gtext, I've gotten a buyer for the land I bought from you, whether you finish paying it or you have not finished paying it, what we will do is the letter of transfer and a document to transfer the ownership to the new investor. Okay, and that's it, and case closed. So it's very important to emphasize this as existing investor or potential investors with us. But today, it's not all about that. It's about good news. And I have a lot of good news for all of you who want to buy. So how many of you are existing investor with Gtext homes, Gtextland? You've bought land from our company. If you're an existing investor on land, please type existing investor, existing investor. Just type in the chat box so that I can know. How many of you are existing investor? So Mr. Peter A. Davon, Catherine, who is that? Olubi Ifakunle, I'm sure that's not Gtext because Gtext was not even established in 2002. So are you talking about another company that you bought property from, that you paid for land and they didn't give you since June 2002? I'm sure you are referring to another company. So Adewale wants to be an investor by today. Oh, let's hope you become one. Investor by today. Olubi Fakunle said it's 2022. So first of all, what estate did you buy? Olubi Fakunle, what estate did you buy? Now, for those of you who are existing investors, congratulations. So a couple of things we are putting together for existing investors, and this is just for existing investors. Number one, all existing investors who are ready to build on their property, any of our property, are now welcome to do so. We have a construction team headed by the CEO of Gtext Homes, Mr. Farouk Usman. And whether you want the construction team to do to help you with the whole process of building, we are ready to do that. Whether you have your own construction team that is coming to do the construction and you just need us to help you supervise, we are ready to do that across all our estate. We want to move forward with building. And that's why, if you notice, we are moving fast, creating offices within all our estates. We started with Jasper, Lagos, Abuja, Berry, Lube, and Lagos, Abuja. And what we're doing now is our staff are opening offices and they are residing in the estate. So the issue of, if we start building, what happens? I hope somebody will monitor. We'll be there to monitor quality work on site. Issues of you need permits, we're ready to help you with all of this. Are you happy to hear this? If you're happy, just type, I'm happy, I'm happy. Fakunle, I'm asking again, which property did you buy? Can you state the name of the estate? Right? If you're excited, type, I'm excited, I'm excited. Oluwabi Fakunle says Ibejuleki doesn't know the name of the estate. So I think you should know the name of the estate you bought, but we always do allocation. We do virtual allocation for our estates as long as you have finished paying. You pay for the full land, you pay for the title, and you pay for development levy. Once you pay all of that, you are entitled to allocation. We even do virtual auction so that everybody can see there's full transparency. So good. So that's the first good news that I have for you. Now, for those of you who are interested in starting to build on your house, on your land, you can send us a mail to info@gtexhomes.com. You need to clearly state which estate you bought. Please, you must know the name of the estate. You need to clearly state what exactly you want to do on the estate. I'm ready to build a house. Show us the building plan. Is it a 2-bedroom, architectural drawing? Do you have a contractor? If you don't have a contractor, Gtext, I need you to help me build the estate. What is the procedure? Please, you can feel free to say that. Again, the email, please be explicit in your email. Because sometimes if you are not explicit, they won't even know where to start with you from. info@gtexhomes.com. You can always copy info@gtextland.com as well. So that, because if you bought land, the real people you are dealing with is the land department, info@gtextland. Okay? And .com. So you can copy them as well. Fakunle, I already told you what's the name. We have 5 estates in Ibejuleki. 5. Okay, so if you're not specific about which one, it's difficult to know. And I've told you as well, did you finish paying for development levy, for documentation fee, or you are just still paying installment? We do not allocate when you're still paying installment. Okay, so I've sent you the detail. So I have Obeni Suva. You have some clients who paid, and Esosa says, wow, yes, we have 5 estates in Ibejuleki. In fact, we're launching the 5th one next month. So, and I'll be sharing with you that, because that's another good news that I'll be sharing with you. So Esosa, please send not Esosa, the guy who said they bought Aton and Sapphire, kindly send a mail to info@gtextland.com and copy info@gtexhomes.com. Copy the 2 email about your complaint. Queenette is there, Martha is there, Tony, they have a customer service team. They will be there. Please drop your phone number and that of the clients themselves. Now, here's what often happens. Sometimes, and I think we used to do this, but I hope Martha, being the new CEO, will pick it up now. We used to do a thing before where when we are doing allocation, we send email to every customer with the Zoom link to be able to watch the allocation, right? And we even cut the video of the allocation. Do you remember, Martha? We used to cut like the part where the client's name was mentioned and the plot given. We'll cut it and even send it as an email to the customer. And that's one of the things we used to do. And it was very, very helpful when we used to do that. And really, really pretty excited about that. So send email, Fakunle or wherever you are, send evidence of what you have paid. I'm very sure either you've not finished paying for document or development levy, or you were not around the day they are allocated. So send a mail and it will be attended to. One of the good things about Gtext, we do immediate allocation. Once you complete your payment, document and development fee, we send your details to you. The provincial survey and deed of assignment of the land is emailed to you. You sign, you send it back to us, and then we send the original one with DHL. We partner with DHL to send the documents to you. So that's good news number 1. Good news number 2. Good news number 2 is that going forward, and this is good news, every new land we are selling, new land, every existing customer is entitled to between 5 to 10% discount. Are you happy to hear this? Now, this is existing customer. It doesn't matter what the promo is. Let's even assume we're doing a 50% promo, because when we start new estate, we kind of go low. If you're an existing customer, you're entitled to between extra 5 to 10% extra because you're an existing customer. These are new bonus and an opportunity we're giving our existing customers. So come on, show some joy and excitement. Now, number 3, good news. For every single investor who bought land from Gtext Homes and you finish paying document development fee and you are ready to build and you have evidence, we want to see evidence of proof of funds, we call it proof of funds, and you show us a proof of funds, Gtext Homes will give you our prototype design, architectural design for free if you want it. Now, this alone is worth over 10 million naira if we were to pay for it. Like if you want us to design, your house for you and do the drawings and all of that, we charge over 10 million. Everyone who bought land from Gtextland, so please, I hope you are noting this. So we do a banner and send it to those who didn't come today with the recording of this video. Everyone, you bought land from us, you get the design for free. Now, please note, this offer is not forever. So this offer ends on 30th of September because we can't keep giving everything free. So if you're excited, come on, show your excitement. Okay? Show that you're excited. Now, here another good news. Come on, hear this one. Anybody you refer to us, right? You're an existing customer and you decide to refer somebody to buy property from us. Okay? And you decide to buy property from us. And this is very, very important. If you decide to buy property from us and you refer somebody and the person wants to buy property from us, but you have already purchased. Here's the good news we have for you. And this is, we've never done this before. If you want cash commission, you will be given 11% instead of 10%. Now, if you don't want cash commission, but you want to put that commission into your own land, maybe the person, I'm giving an example, is a new estate the person bought, and you also want to buy that estate, but you don't want to even get commission, you want it to be put into your own land. Rather than it reflecting 11% to reflect 15%. So all you just pay is 85% of the value of the land because you've already gotten 15% for the person you have referred. And I'll make it very practical. And this is my fourth, and probably I'll stop the good news here so that I have more good news to share with you next month. So the good news on this is that we're launching our new latest estate called Chasidoni Estate, Lekki, Ekpe, Lekki, and I'm excited, Ekpe, Lagos. I'm excited about this estate. Now, you are the first to hear this. We don't even have a flyer out yet. We don't have a video out yet. We're telling you for the first time. And this estate is beside Isimi, Lagos. Our competitor is currently selling at the rate of 100 million naira per plot. You can go and verify, like Peter Obi will say. You can go and verify 100 million naira per plot, and we're sharing the same fence with where this estate is starting from. And guess how much we are launching the estate for? Gtext is launching it for 20 million naira per plot, right? And not just that, we're giving a pre-launch offer of 10 million naira per plot. If I are you, I'll buy 5 acres. If I'm you, or at least 1 acre. We're launching at, 10 million naira per plot because pre-launch, official launch will be end of September. So Gtext has a concept. If you buy before we launch, you get a 50% discount. However, even the launch will now be appreciating. So once we are launching, putting this out next week, so the concept is that it will be appreciating by 2 million every week. So usually by the day we are launching it, it probably will launch for about 30 million or so, because we'll be increasing it by 2 million every week. Now, here is another bonus. For those of you who are existing customer, only existing customer, you will not pay 10 million. You pay 9 million if you are buying today. But this offer is if you are paying today. Okay? 9 million per plot. I've seen some of you saying, where's the next estate? Where's the next estate? 5 million, 9 million per plot. And our new estate is called Charles Sidoni Estates, Lekki Ekpe. Now, the good news is also this is another really pretty good news. We are trying to, in the next, between now and June next year, we're not just putting offices in all our estate, we're also putting sports center, golf course, in Beryl Estate, in Bejuleki, we're putting a golf range where you can come in and play golf. If you bought land there, you have 50% discount to come and play golf. But beside the beach, we're about securing the land, just in facing directly the beach in Bejuleki, where Beryl Estate Bejuleki is. We are putting a resort. And again, that resort gives those of you who bought land in Beryl 50% discount if you come and do vacation. So some of you are not in Nigeria, and just come to Nigeria. We're hoping you will just come and stay in Beryl Resort, which is just in front of Beryl Estate. And there's so much of good news. Now, Beryl Golf Estate, Lagos Ibadan Expressway is one of the best estates we have because it's going to be a full-fledged golf course. Now, some of the other ones we're putting mini golf, but this one is going to be full-fledged golf course. And to be the only golf course in that entire area. Redeem, MFM, Christ Embassy, Deeper Life, everybody. So during camp, this month is Congress for Redeem. They sometimes have 5 to 10 million people come around. No proper 5-star hotel, no golf course. So this become one of those amazing, and that's why we were very excited that the value of that place will be amazingly, will increase. And between now and June next year, we'll have put in an office in Beryl Golf Course, Lagos Ibadan Expressway. We'll have also put in a driving range for those who want to, have a driving range. Adewale Showunmi says, me, I want to buy, carry me along. Adewale Showunmi, please, can you send him account number? Go ahead, pay. Like I said, the Charles Sidoni Estate in Ekpe, if you are paying today, you are getting for 9 million. And, I think it's Monday that we're officially releasing flyer and video for it. So we're giving you the, existing, but you must be an existing investor, by the way. If you are not an existing investor, it's 10 million you will pay. Okay? So I want to thank all of you once again for investing with us. In the course of last month, yours truly was awarded by Forbes as Africa leading investment coach and real estate mogul. Are you happy to hear that? If you're happy, please. And I dedicate the award to all of you, our dear customers, because they wouldn't have given us such an award if you didn't buy it from us, if you didn't do business with us. We wouldn't have been seen as an innovative company. And I think it's because of this amazing innovative concept we come up with that has made a whole Forbes that rates richest people in the world to come and give us an award. And I happen to be the youngest person in their history to receive such an award. So I want to thank all of you for believing in our company, for investing with us, for not giving up on the dream. Today, we're going to be taking testimonies. I've answered a few, inquiries, and I've told you the email to send inquiries to. Also, can you put the customer service phone number so that those who have complaints can go there? But tonight is testimony night. We want to hear those who have had great experiences with our business and want to testify. And I'm starting with Mr. Ubong Joseph, because he's not just a customer, like I said, in his own case. And I'm happy that the estate he bought didn't just double, but had over 5,000% growth. Because this man didn't just invest, he suffered. With us, we used to go do inspection, the man would follow us. And it used to be a very tough one. And honestly, for me, I'm so grateful for him for keeping faith with us. So can you drop the phone number that those who have concerns can, call right away? So Mr. Fakunle or anybody else who has a concern, once we're done with this webinar, kindly call the number, okay? And they will get back to you and traced if the DHL forgot to send your document, they will call DHL and know where the issue is. And if they need to resend it, they will resend it, Mr. Fakunle and any other person. I heard we also have Mr. Peter Devon who has testimony. I'm still waiting for the phone number to call. Oh, how long does it take to put a phone number? What's the phone number for those who want it? So can admin pull up Mr. Joseph Ubong and then Mr. Devon as well. Anybody else who has want to share, like we said, for those who have concerns, challenges, send email, and you can call the number being posted right now, and you will be able to share your concerns, and they will treat it immediately. We have a very good customer service team. We are in fact launching our 24/7 customer service all over again. So in the next couple of months, even if you call 2 a.m., 3 a.m., our team will be available to pick your call. So Mr. Joseph, put up your video and let's hear you. So you only share with you need to share with all participants. So we are posting the customer care number to call. We have head of customer care. We have Tonye as our head of customer service, and you can call him right away, and he will pick your call and resolve whatever complaint. So +234 913 232 5889. Again, +234 913 232 5889. That's the head of customer service, and he will be more than happy to attend to all your challenges and immediately resolve them as soon as possible. Mr. Joseph Ubong, please put on your video and you can address the team.
Hi. Good day.
Man, I've missed you.
Good day, Dr. Steve, Africa's best.
You abandoned me in Nigeria and disappeared to London.
Very soon you'll be world's best. Very soon. I just raised. Yeah, good day, everyone. Good day, Doctor. Good day, the entire Gtext holding and Gtextland team. And the entire my friends on the call. I want to thank you for this amazing session also. Yeah, my name is Ubong Joseph. I got connected with Gtext during their Primrose Estate launch. And my first contact was in that session at GRE Ikeja, if you remember, GRE Ikeja in Lagos. And at that point, I was at the end of my career in Nigeria then, coming to the end of my career, I had already seen that I'll be leaving paid employment. And so when I got to the GRA session, I heard Doctor speak. I mean, I've bought plots before in other estates before Gtext, but I saw that Gtext was, I mean, it was beyond land. It was a vision that was going to run for a long time. So, and it had this air of transparency. So I remember walking in that thick bush with Dr. Stephen, and that was at Primrose first, before I got to Ibajoleki. Doctor was there, and his wife was there. You know, I saw this couple who, to me at that time, were already made, in quotes, if you allow me to use that word. But they had this hunger. You know, they had this hunger to keep, like, to fight poverty, to help, you know, beyond their comfort zone. So I felt, I mean, these guys are already comfortable and they are still hungry like this. I think I should join them. So I got connected to Gtext. I paid into the Primrose Estate in Lekki first, and then before I left Nigeria, I got the honor to be invited to a Gtext a weekend program. That was, if you remember that, the doctor, your retreat we had.
Yes,
Yeah,
I remember.
I went the retreat. I saw a clearer picture of Gtext during that retreat, and I knew this company was the company for me. And I got into the real estate investment, got two more plots to add to the Primrose, and even when I left paid employment, I was about leaving Nigeria before COVID. I mean, I offered to even put in beyond my money, I offered to put in my time, you know, to see that, because as an investor, you don't just buy land. You should also put in your goodwill to support the business. Because, like the doctor said, once the business appreciates, your investment also appreciates. You know, I remember when Dr. Ese gave a call for who has any skill to help us improve our process. You know, if you remember that, I think you offered us some room for service then. I mean, I came in, put in my best, along with one Mr. Izu. I remember then at that time we knew that this company was a company that was going to make Africa proud, and I gave my support. And today I'm willing to do more. Yeah, I've been in the UK now for 2 years with Madame, but I'm just getting to to breathe now, you know, with Madame and children now. I'm getting to breathe now. Last year we had COVID pressure in the UK, so I had this pause in investing, but I kept touch with my account managers. I kept the lines on, you know, and that's a good thing about Gtext. There's this sense of belonging you have, you know, access to someone to talk to, distance not being a barrier. And I want to salute Dr. Essie and the Gtext family for the brand you've built. And I will say that what you've done is beyond prosperity. It is now posterity. You are leaving a legacy that will likely outlive you. So thank you very much for this session, and I'm with you all the way. Very soon, I think I should invest in UK and Dubai and the US.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. I mean, I want to thank you. Like I said, you were with us years back. Sometimes I laugh when I even see customers giving bad Gtext. I say, you don't know this company. I wish you meet people who are with us, who will go and buy the land. They know. So when you make certain statements, it's just unfortunate, because those who really know us, I mean, it's just that now the company has so expanded. In those days,
Yeah.
clients and us will go. So there's nothing we're hiding. you will be involved
Doctor,
process.
I have your pictures by the
Yeah.
beach in the bush with Madame. I think maybe I'll send it to you on WhatsApp so you can put it in
Please,
your bulletin. I have
please,
pictures of you, Madame, and my children. During the retreat. If you remember,
yes.
at the
Yeah, I
Beju,
remember,
and
I
that.
remember
Yeah,
those
all the
days.
potapoto, we were stepping in that time. Sorry for my language. All the potapoto, the muddy terrain there. And
Yes.
you really inspired me. This is a billionaire at that time, still entering the bush on foot. I mean, it's like a Trump that was already a billionaire, still going to serve the people. I mean, you really amazed me. And thank you again I think you gave me an award for a protege or something, but I didn't have the time to stay around and learn from you. I have a lot to learn from you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Someone was asking, what's the size of the land? It's 400. All our lands are now 400 square meter.
Yeah.
I'm explaining the reason why, because of they need to put infrastructure and do a proper estate. Anything worth doing is worth doing well, right? And so we're big on just do it right. It costs us more money, but it's good to do it right. In fact, I may not just give you some details, but some of our estates, we made losses. Jasper Estate, Lagos and Abuja, we made losses because the cost of the infrastructure was more than the cost of the land what we realized from selling land. And that's the honest truth. But we didn't, for us is that, like Mr. Joseph said, this is about posterity. And we want something that will last. And we understand that this is a long-term game and not a short-term one. And it's important, just like Mr. Joseph does, and he still does. If you invest with a company, you don't want to bring them down. It's not in your interest. Somebody will say, well, I want my money back from them. That's why I want to bring them down. Well, if you bring them down, they won't even be able to pay you the money because they have to have a good name in the market to be able to sell enough to make back money to even do refund if you say you want your money back. So I often laugh when I see people have this mindset of, I'm going to bring down an organization, and that you've had some terrible experience with some company doesn't mean you should bring down that into another new company. I think people who do this even in marriage don't succeed because you bring the anger, the disbelief, the distrust, that you've had with some other people. I laugh. When I started real estate, I wasn't poor. We were already like number one when it comes to digital marketing before we expanded into real estate as a development. So like Mr. Joseph said, it was that we wanted to make a statement, we wanted to build something long lasting. And for us, that was critical. Somebody is saying, what is Gtextland? Gtext Homes is our housing project. Gtextland is our land project. GVES is our investment, where you invest cash with us and we give you return on investment. So you don't own the property. We go ahead and control the property in trust, and then you get returns on investment. What's the value of Alaba Beryl now? Maybe you mean Asaba. I don't know Alaba. Beryl Asaba is now going for 18 million, 18.5 million or so. I think about 18 million, between that range. Okay, we have our next testifier, Mr. Peter A. Devon. Please put on your video and kindly join, share your story.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dr. Stephen. It's a pleasure seeing you virtually for the first time.
Yes, I know that I don't know 90% of my clients. I apologize.
That's okay. That's okay. Martha, good afternoon. How are you?
Where are you joining us from?
From the UK. actually.
Okay, so today is a UK day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, over the last say 6-7 years, I've been a big follower of Dr. Stephen. Eventually I got a friend who in Texas who has had one-to-one mentorship program with Dr. Stephen several years ago. And I got to know about several of his estates. One good thing that made me join the Gtext family is I've seen the prototype of how Gtext operates, and I compare it to developers within the UK. So the UK has got developers like Redrow, I'm sure Dr. Stephen knows Redrow, Taylor Wimpey, etc. These developers create a community that thrives, and the prototype of their estate forms part of their heritage. They pride themselves in the estates they develop. And for the first time in my lifetime, I'm seeing a company in Nigeria that's actually replicating that in Africa. And Gtext is doing that very, very well. So, Dr. Stephen, thank you so much, because what you're doing is actually you're using your dream to help others build their own dreams. Yeah, your dream is helping me build my own dreams, not just for myself, but for my children's children as well. So, Dr. Stephen, thank you once again. And you've been able to build a team of committed individuals. One I can attest to is Martha.
CEO Martha.
Honestly,
Thank you, sir.
I mean, I speak to Martha almost every day of the week, and not just because, and I'm just a small investor, with Gtext, and it's just because I have, my full trust in what you guys are all doing, so I'm really, really proud to be associated with this firm. I pray to God that one day I get a quarter of what Doctor. I just want the F on your FOB title. But thank you so much, Gtext. Thank you so much, Dr. Stephen. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, everybody. This is going to be a long journey, and we're going to be on this journey together.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing. I'm humbled because, like I said, people don't know what we go through to do what we do. Mr. Joseph Ubong saw some of the challenges we went through. I don't know whether he saw one of the land we bought where they went to put charm, because he was almost as if he was one of our staff when we, started. And it was quite humbling at what we go through to make sure that lands are safe, we keep the property and it's not missing. But here's what happens when people look back and are grateful. Because oftentimes, one of the things that get me upset about doing business with Africans, sometimes Africans feel they control your life because they've done business with you. And that it gives them license to talk to you anyhow and to be rude. And, and not understanding that when you do business with someone, it's a civil issue. And both parties has to be respectful. And it's very, so when I see people like you share about the impact we have, want to thank you. For those who may not have that much experience, we're improving. We're not better, and we're not claiming we are better. We're improving, and we'll get better by the day. What's important, like we said, is you need to have, when people, I think sometimes I've seen situations where I get a screenshot of a customer claiming this wasn't done. First of all, can you give us your evidence of payment? Can you give us the form that you fill when you bought property from us, right? And it's important that we have all those documents, and then give the customer service time to go check the document, right? Because it's not magic here. and then confirm these things and then get back to you as to what is what. And I think that we're improving our processes and we're working better to be a better firm. And we thank those of you who have good and positive feedback. Those of you who don't have positive feedback for us, like Mr. Fakunle, we'll work on it. I believe that the team will look into whatever, happened, why they didn't send your document, and I'm sure they will rectify it. Again, it takes about 3 to 6 weeks to send your document, but I can assure you in the next 6 weeks, they should get your document across to you. Martha and our team will look into this and resolve it for you. A big thank you to all our investors, and thank you for all the award, all the accolade, all the good feedback. God bless you all. That's my time. I leave the rest in the hands of Martha and Queenette.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Martha.
Thank you, Mr. Peter.
Thank God, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for coming.
Kindly send your complaints to info@gtextland.com, info@gtexthomes.com. We've also given the phone number of the head of customer service. Queenette, if you can post that number again, call that number. You can even call him while we're on this call. Just explain what the concerns are, give him time, and he will look into them and resolve them for you. Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. Thank you for, taking time out of your busy schedules to join us. Thank you, Mr. Peter. Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your experience. It means a lot to us, and we are grateful. We have a special discount for smart investors, especially for those of you who are joining us for the first time, those of you who are just hearing about GTEx for the first time. We have a special discount for you, and including the existing investors, we have special discount for you. We display the actual price of the property, and then we'll give you the discount. We have about 4 estates that we are giving a discount on. All right. Okay, sir.
I forgot to reply, gentleman. He wanted to pay 10 million in installments. So the 10 million for this new estate, Sadios, is actually for outright payment. So if you're doing installment payment, it is 15 million per plot. You deposit 5 million, then you pay the remaining 10 million in 6 months. However, I'm sure Martha will put down her number, and you can get to talk to her. If whatever she can do, even if she can't do, 10 million, maybe she can do 12 million for you. And but talk to Martha. She's the CEO. And like Mr. Peter said, we have a very listening team. They are passionate about what they do. And if you just can be very simple and open with them, they are willing to work with you. And our goal is to build millionaires. I have a vision of raising 1 million millionaires before I leave this earth. And so this is one of the reasons behind my passion, to see that we help. And real estate is one of the ways I know how to. And I'm hoping we can help as many people in that way as well. Thank you. Go ahead, Martha, please.
So much, sir. Thank you for the presentation. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your session. We are grateful. We appreciate your coming, and we'll be displaying the estate. We have about 5 estates that we're giving out a special discount on today, courtesy of Gtextland and the chairman of Gtext Holdings, Dr. Stephen Akintayo. The new estate is part of it, and then we have our existing estate that is currently selling for 18.5 million naira. So we are giving a 40% discount off
on those estates selling for 18.5 million naira. So you can call me. Let's secure a plot or two for you. Even if it is me, I love people who want to go big, right? So if you're buying up to 6 plots, call me. Even if it is 1 plot, call me today. Let's lock down this offer. We have Sapphire Estates that is currently selling for 18.5 million naira, but we are willing to give you for 11.1 million naira. Documentation developmental fee is inclusive. All right, so call me now so we can secure a plot or two for you. Then we have also Sapphire Estate, I've called that. We have Jasper Estate Isheri. We are also giving about 20% discount off. So instead of you paying 30 million naira, you can pay 20 million naira for outright payments and 25 million naira for installments. Then we have Beryl Estate Ibadan. Instead of paying 18.5 million naira, you can pay 11.1 million naira to secure a plot today. And also we have, I've called Sapphire, I've called Jasper Isheri, I've called one of our latest estates is here in Abuja, which is Gusape. We launched Gusape at the rate of 50 million naira and it's currently selling for 80 million naira. So the actual price right now is 80 million naira, but we are willing to give you a 50% discount today. So you can buy a plot for 40 million naira on outright payments and installment for 50 million naira. So call me. Let's lock down this offer. Queenette, you can display all the estates that we have for the offer today. You can display it so everyone can see it. Then if our team in Jasper, if they are there, we can call them. Let's call them on board to show us what we have in Jasper. So Queenette, please go ahead and share the screen. Okay, so this is the new estate that my chairman talked about. So this is a new estate. So the current price right now is 10 million naira outright, pre-launch sales, pre-launch offer, 10 million naira for installments and 20 million naira for, 10 million naira for outright, 20 million naira for installments. So you can call us today to secure a plot, especially this location, you can go for 6 plots and above. I love when smart investors, expand their tentacles to buy more, because when you buy more, you'll be rest assured that your return on investment will be massive, right? So please. So, all right. So is Shola, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for us? Shola, are you guys ready? Okay, while we are waiting for them, so I want yes. Okay, so we'll be sharing with you all the launch we had at Sadios Estate Gusape. We have the former Inspector General of Police, Sir Mike Okiro, in our midst. He was there. He was part of the board members. He works with us. He's now part of us. He was there with us to share, in our vision and also to launch the estate as well. So we'll be sharing the estate, we'll be sharing the videos with you right now so you can see.
Okay, before we start sharing, so for the numbers, you can reach out to these numbers now if you want to get this offer today. The offer that our chairman and our CEO has spoken and has talked about, reach out to the number. For the CEO, reach out to her on +234 809 2255118. I'll call that again. So if you want to reach out to our CEO, Miss Mata, the CEO for Gtextland, reach out to her on +234 809 225 5118. Reach out to Mata now. And if you want to reach out to me, my name is Queenette, once again, the General Manager for Gtextland. You can reach out to me on +234 817 360 1414. I'll take that again. You reach out to me on +234 817 360 1414. So reach out to those numbers now. So, but before that, I would like to play some videos for our Jasper estate and one of our estates that we launched at Sadius Kuzape. So while we're waiting for the team in Jasper, Lagos, so let's just give you a hint of those videos.
Nothing is playing, Queenette. We can't say anything. Only increase the audio. We don't have audio.
Okay, so just give me a minute while we're waiting for our team. Our team in Lagos is ready now, but just give me a minute so while I rectify the issues with the video. So the admin can bring up the team in Lagos now. Mr. Shola is there and Mr. Joe, please, admin, bring them up while we rectify the issues with the video.
Just show me. You really want to video me?
Okay, Mr. Shala, you are up now, so you can put on your video and show us what is happening in Jasper.
Can you hear me now? I'm on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Perfect. Can you see my video? Is my video on?
Your video is not on, it's off.
Oh my God. Can you check from your end, please? Okay.
Your video is off. Kindly.
Come on.
Yes, yes, we can hear, but the video is black.
All right, can you hear me? Can you see the site now?
Yes, we can see you now. We can see you now.
All right, great. All right, my name is Sholabadi Adeoye. Right, I'm the general manager, GTS Homes, right, and I double as the head of construction, GTS Holdings. Right, so welcome to Jasper Estate here in Ibejuleki. Right, so I'm going to be showing you what work is ongoing, right, what we've done so far, and what we've done and what we are doing as we speak. Okay. If you can hear me, please type I can hear you, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can I go on?
Yes, you can go on.
All right, so what I'm showing you now is our access road. A lot of people have spoken about the access road. Our chairman has spoken about it. Our CEO too has said something about it. So here is it live, right? So what we have now is the access road, and it's almost a kilometer access road. It was done by Gtextland Homes by God's grace, right? And as it was rightly said, we have if I should count, right, we have spent over 60 million naira, right, to construct this access road. It's a flexible access road made of interlocks. Okay. And if I should show you how this road was before we put it in shape, right? You wouldn't like it. It was very, very sandy, very, very matchy. I could remember, I can't remember a number of times, our vehicle sank, in this particular road. And here we are. It's fully in place, right from the express. If you can see the express, right down to our estate, right? Is about a kilometer. That's about almost 500 meters, right? And talking about the right of ways, that is the width of the road. It's about 9 meters. It's not a road that people construct and you won't be able to. That two cars won't be able to pass, right? It's about 9 meters. That's the right of ways. That is the width of the access road. And again, the perimeter fence is, completely, done, completely done. You can see the perimeter fence right from here, right? So I'll take you down to the estate. Okay. And part of what we are working on is we have a gatehouse in place, right? It's about to be installed. That's our automated gate. Is already on ground. I'll quickly show you that. Okay, so yes, to start to install. Yes, right. If you can see that, so that's the gate, right? And here we have our entrance to the estate. I have entrance to the estate and part of the perimeter fence. You can see, right? Then what we have on ground here is our stanchion for the overhead tank. That's overhead tank for our water storage, right? Currently ongoing. Then talking about the other perimeter fence, right? Here is another perimeter fence to the estate. We have our landscape already done. That's the caps. So here we're going to be having a flower. Remember we are doing green and smart, right? Everywhere to be green. Everywhere going to be green, right? Very soon we're going to be installing our fence grid on this fence. That's the perimeter fence to the front of the estate. All right. So I take you in. Can you hear me? Am I on?
Yes. Go on. I can hear you.
All right, so perfect. So part of what we are doing here is we already mapped out our estate road and drainages, right? We already mapped out that. It's going to be that's like Martha said, our estate, our project is in phases, right? We're done with one, right? We'll move to another one, right? So we have our road, our drainages being mapped out, okay? As you can see, all right? And this is part of the perimeter fence, right? Then we have our structures ongoing, right? I'll advise our investors out there, if you want to buy into our estate, I mean our housing unit, you're free, right, to buy into it. So what we have here is a 2-bedroom terrace apartment. We have a 4 units here, okay, fully furnished. Right, if you want to inquire about that, please do. Okay, so this is the estate. If you have any question you want to ask, please kindly ask now so that I can answer your question. Master.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Shala. Thank you so much. So I want to ask, I want you to explain better. I want you to explain further how many square meters, does it cost us to construct the access road from the express down to the estate itself? You know, you showed us the access road right just now. So I want to know how many square meters did that cost us from the estate? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
All right. So like I said earlier, like I said, I got your question. Can I go on?
Yes, you can go on. Go ahead, please.
All right. So from the express down to the sides, remember I said the length is about 1 kilometer, right? That's about 1,000 meters, right? But then I said the right of way is 9 meters. Okay, that's 9 meters. Then do your mathematics, right? So you're going to be having about 75, right, square meters, 75,000 square meters. That's 7,500 square meters. Sorry, 7,500 square meters, right? Just for the access road, right? Just for the access road, if you can hear me, right? Moving into the estate now. That's our estate road, right? The internal estate road that demarcates one plus from another. Okay, we have about 12,300 or something, right? About 13,000 square meters, right? So we are using a huge, part of our land, to construct the estate, the internal estate road, right? You can see, right? And it was right as it was rightly said, right? We're not constructing, a smaller, part of like terms of right of ways, right? Whatever we're putting in place has to be standard road. You talk about the wideness, 9 meters, right? So that you can allow, 2 vehicles to park, to pass conveniently. So we are using about 13,000 square meters for the internal access.
Mr. Chola?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes,
I can hear you.
That's a good one. That's a very, very good one. And sincerely speaking, thank you so much for that information. It is very good for our clients to know some of these things. So, in order to round it up, thank you so much, our investors, for making it today. So once again, I'd like to round up for today's section. I am really, really happy, I and my CEO, that you made it today. So for our smart investors, for those of you who would like to invest today, don't forget to call the number. So you can reach out to the CEO on +234 809 22 55118. I'll call that again for only the smart investors. Don't forget that these discounts we're giving today is for today. Some of them will extend, but as it is, your money would validate what? The transaction. So that is just the way it works. So call the CEO on +234 809 225 5118, and you can call the GM on +234 817. I'm so sorry for that. Please, the host can stop sharing, please. The host, can you stop sharing? Thank you very much. Yes. So you can call the GM on +234 817 331414. I'll call it one last time, +234 817 3601414. Only for the smart investors. Please reach out to those numbers. Let's close those deals. Let's make this happen. So thank you all once again for coming today. We really appreciate you, and we love you and we trust you. And
Queenette, you can wrap up with the documentary video of Jasper Lagos while everybody can exit. Those who want, and just wrap up.
Okay. All right then. So thank you once again for coming. Now the admin can share. So please, can you share now? Share the video for Jasper Lagos, and then we're done. So thank you all once again. See you next time.
Okay. Area create this environment, this ambience of luxury, style, relaxation, and increased life. Right. So what you're expecting is automation, security, services, and a lot more from Gtextland.
His recent nomination as the fourth best African leading real estate company was attended by clients, investors, and members of the media who were shown the estate firm's green and smart homes housing scheme.
Homes. Building the future.
According to the chairman, Jasper Estate, which is under rapid construction, is planned as fully equipped green and smart homes that will only be off the national grid but will be powered by renewable energy.
It's fantastic. It's a place where there's already huge housing deficit, industrial project going on here. Little to zero residential and commercial. So most of these industries are looking somewhere close to where they work. And so this is in order.
Okay, Jamie, you can play the others. You can play the rest so we can watch and round up.